Okay, so we're on video 2 of 3 on 1231. So we're looking at Flex. P&L is okay, nothing bad about it, and the stock is showing why. I mean, the reason for that is reflected in the chart. So company is healthy, the stock is healthy, maybe too healthy. Well, okay, so I don't know what this is. What do they do now? Let's see here. Manufacturing services company delivers technology innovation supply chain. All right. So for me, when a stock takes this long to get to these levels, even though their prior fails, it's not a surgical place to short. But I can tell you that there are sellers hiding into 34. Imagine being stuck here since 2001. Whoa. Okay. And the breach out of 20 includes a measured move of about $12. And so it does have a little bit more room to go. I wouldn't get long. If I waited 20 years to get long, I wouldn't rush in. At least wait for it to dip into 28. All right, GEHC. GE Health, this is a new issue, a spin-off of GE. Look how mechanical this thing is. Assume it's going to happen again. What am I talking about? From here to here and from here to here, they look the same, right? So let's assume it does it again somewhere like this. So buy the dip so you can do that, is what I'm saying. A lot of sellers above, and there should be some buyers into 74, 73. GLD, I wouldn't get long here. It's been artificially aided by the Fed's decision, and you can probably see it here. Somewhere here lies the 1213. There we go. This move from here is on the Fed. Why the dollar collapsed, and it opens the door for anything priced in dollars to rally. So it's a wind-aided situation. I wouldn't be surprised to see the GLD at 185 in the next couple of months. Yeah, I know it's trying to break out, but these are two hard fails from before. I'm going to move them forward. I'm going to say buy the dip inside this ascending channel. It is a bullish position. It is a bullish chart. I would imagine that buying the dip would be better. GM itself, it has had an incredible rally. I'm very tempted to short it. You can tell that I've tried before. I've tried 5 times, succeeded twice. Mathematically, the 2 times I won made me money, but I'm tired of fighting it. But it's very, very, very inviting. So I may be tempted to do it again. But I'm like GE, similar situation as GE. I think I'm going to leave it alone. There's just a lot of headlines. And it's a good old American company, and we have a couple of those cars in the house. I feel bad about shorting it. Anyway, support at 34, support at 32, resistance into 38. That's what I can tell you. So any pop from last week, I would book it if I'm holding calls. Alphabet is doing great, and can you tell that this is my second go around today because the audio was not working earlier today, so I'm re-recording this. And I'm saying if this, we're right here, similar situation, so we could be dipping. So if we don't get out of 143, we're probably going to 134 or 133. Global SaaS, whatever this is, look at the P&L. It's just not good. So bearish setup on a daily. If it doesn't break out of 2.1, it's probably going to 1.6 or 1.5. Goodyear. Man, all these stocks look the same. Bearish setup on the daily. So if I'm an investor or a swing trader, I would not want to be long. You do have a trigger above 15.4, and you do have a buyer below 14. So I'm not sure which is going to breach first. I think it's easier to get to 13.2 than it is to break into new highs. Halliburton, not Hindustan. Halliburton. I did that mistake earlier today. I don't trade it. I didn't get Halliburton again. Oh my gosh, why is this so hard? Why is this so hard to pick up one ticker? Okay, bullish to get to 38, but not 40. So as long as they hold 34, they can get the 38. If they lose 34, they're going to 29. Okay. Good grief. All right. I wish people would stop asking for Halliburton just for that, because the ticker doesn't come up. HCP. Okay, there we go. HCP. HashiCorp. Hopefully that's the right company. Very pivotal zone into 26, give or take 50 cents. Very pivotal. A lot of sellers there. And that's about the target of the first target of that green M. The second target is 30. Not sure they can get there. Look at the size of that seller right there. 26, hard selling. 27, 27.50, hard selling. So I think it's easy to get into 21. So be careful holding calls. I used to be long. I'm not long anymore. Whenever a stock goes into a prior fail like this, I get out. So if I wanted to get involved with Hood, I would buy the dip into 10 or 10.50. And that's it. IBKR, it's following our line almost perfectly. I don't remember when I put this line, but there we are. And the levels are almost met. So what am I saying? It's going into a pivotal zone. I added this today. And it has a lot of support below. So I think dips into 80 will be bought. It will find support there. Hopefully it's enough to curl back up and take that out at 85 so that it can get to 89. So be patient, buy the dip in IBKR. Intel, no way, no way. Suddenly now everybody loves it. Before we couldn't buy a buyer down in the 20s. No way. This is going to be a lot of cause of hardship. It's going to disappoint people again. Good company. I just don't believe the management did a U-turn that quickly. So be careful chasing this up here. If somebody says, I absolutely must have it in my portfolio, I would say take 20% of your position. Leave room to add. When we fall back to 36. I don't have a reason for it to fall to 36, but it's just too high right here. JD, relatively strong inside of a pretty miserable environment. So Chinese stocks are not having a good time. Just look up Alibaba. And when I discussed it, I drew these lines. This looks like the bottom, but it's not. This looks like the bottom, but it's not. Does this look like a bottom? Maybe, maybe not. So if we don't get out of 32, we could lose 23. And if we lose 23, we're going back into the teens, like 19. Okay? So trust that this is a bottom, but don't count on it. I would not hold calls. LAC is some sort of a lithium, right? Okay, so it looks like it wants to rally back to 10. All right. So the homework would be is to take out 7.2 in order to start the journey to 10. You cannot lose support. If you lose 6.2, 6.1, I would get nervous because it's probably going to lose a new low, and I don't know where else it goes. I would not add to current risk. Lilly, too strong, but this is opportunity for a dip. Now, I've tried to short Lilly before. Oh, extremely strong, and we're talking years ago. So this is where the frickin' Lilly came from. It's an inside joke if you were in the live room with me. It is an insanely tough ticker. However, these circles that you have here, they're volume holes. There's holes in the volume. Look, there's no transactions on the left, which tends to be fast. So if you lose 547, it goes whoop, straight to 480. It's easy to lose steam or altitude. So this company is an airline. I don't like airlines, right? And here we go. Rally sold, rally sold, rally. Look at how many rallies were sold. So I copied one of them and moved it over. It looks like this one here. Will it be sold? And if so, will it make a lower low? In any case, it's not an obvious entry point. Mara. What? Okay. What are you asking? Are you asking me to go long? Oh, buy the dip. It just fell 40%. Or 30%, yeah, but it just also rallied what, 100%, 120%? What is that rally? 170%. So have it give back half, at least down to 20 or 19. I don't know where it's going to go. This is a Bitcoin trade. So Mara is just rallying because of Bitcoin. And on top of it, the market is at all-time highs. Not for me. If I'm not long this stock and I've been watching it for months and months and months, and now that I decide to go long, I've succumbed to feelings and FOMO. Meta, don't short Meta, but it is shortable. So the concept of shorting Meta in general is dangerous because it's a multi-headed dragon. You can't slay one dragon and leave the rest. It has 3 billion paying users right now. And it's looking to, it changed the company name. Forget those users. We're going to change the name to Metaverse. So we're building a new platform. And that's the name of the new company. Forget about the old company. Meanwhile, the old company is paying the bills. And oh, by the way, we own WhatsApp. And oh, by the way, we own Instagram. Multi-headed dragon. You can't kill it, right? It's the concept that you can't kill. Now, technically, this is shortable down to 337. So do with that information what you need. Debit put spread, credit call spread, or a combination of the two might work. All right. Magnite. Boy. Okay. Oh, Lord. I don't know what to say. I honestly don't know what to say. These huge fluctuations in these stocks. So giant gap above, and it's all about one line, 10. Is this a SPAC? So they're buying dips into 10. You take out 10, you get the 12. Simple as that. If you want that, buy the dip into 850. MP materials, right? Yeah. Going into a prior tough level, not inspiring of new longs. This here through this is a pretty tough level. We're right in the middle. This red W says we go to 18.5. And if we go to 22, this might be not valid. All right. So you can try for the bearish side just for a dip. Monolithic power, good P&L, so that's good, and good stock action, so that's also good. I still wouldn't chase it. So this is a daily. Let's see if we can go to a weekly and see what it looks like. It is in a breakout, so I would not stop it if somebody's long because of the breakout I see. And if you're buying it now, you better be a momentum trader. And if so, then yep, I give you my blessing. Otherwise, I would buy the dip into 590 or 580 to see if it can curl back up to get to 640 again. That's Empower. Microsoft. Microsoft was the first mega cap to make a new high. So respect. And now it's stuck. So if not above 362, it might end up lower. That was a comment I made a long time ago that still stands. And now I have another level above it at 378. So this week, Microsoft, all it has to do is just fall forward and break above 378, which is not that far. And then it can make a new high. Otherwise, it might drift lower to 366, and then we'll talk about the conversation there. Are we going to 350 or not? MTB. MNT Bank, okay. Boy, this candle right here is insane. Absolutely insane. This red thing says it's going to 124. We'll see if it gets there. Sellers at 144. Micron. Somebody please demystify it for me. Please, please. What's going on? Its income falls 40% and everybody's excited about it. I just don't get it. It's like the opposite of NVIDIA. NVIDIA, I get it. The income went up 40% and everybody's excited. This one, the income went 40%. Not my opinion. Look at the P&L. This is the P&L right there. Look at 23 compared to 22. Losses and half the income, if 60% of the income. What? How is this not in the toilet? I have no idea. So support at 78, 79. I would not go long here. NE, in danger of retesting 59.50. If you lose 59, you'll probably get to 57. Meanwhile, you do have scattered resistance above. Mainly, the biggest one is 63. Nike, there's nothing exciting about it. It's a great company, great management. Still too high, or I should say that. It's not low enough. So I could nibble, but I won't go all in. There's no premium to sell. I would sell a put to own shares, but there's don't give you much for it. NTES. NetEase. The easy bounce happened. If you didn't catch this bounce down from the bottom, I wouldn't start longs here. But the gap, Nick, well, you can go after the gap. It's not for me. I think it's this gap is deceiving. So maybe they go for it. 95 is important. Let's see what it does there. 86 is a good base. If I wanted to try for the gap, I would buy the dip into 90 or lower. NVIDIA, it was stock of the year last year by my counts. And let's see what it can do here. It's stalled, but it has potential. You saw how we traded it. I shorted a little bit at 545, and that expires this week. And I think I sent out a note saying that I would close it. And if somebody wants to reopen it, you can repeat the same trade over a week or two out. So an iron condor would work. I forgot the parameters. Let's see here. Was it 450? Yeah, 450 and 560, or 460 and 550, something like that. So it's about it's a good range. Let's see if it works out. Open, not for me. I don't know what's going on in the real estate, as I stated. Besides, this stock is going into a prior fail. I don't care what the prospects are. I don't want to be involved in there. I do not want to be the last person in and get stuck with it. So buy the dip into 4 or 360 would be better. Okay, with that comes the ending of the second video of 3.